from Crayons. Okay, now this is metallic. Okay, we've been using this. This is a different. This is another box that I have, but I peeled off the wrappers. Okay, so we've been using that. Now this is our regular set, and I took out the white earlier, but they're the regular crayons. Now there's Mermaid Shimmer, and then there's Pink Princess. Mermaid Shimmer has let's see, it's got some glitter. It's not exactly like metallic powder that they used on this one. So the glitter, there's glitter right there. So we're gonna try this. Now, not all of them have the glitter. You see, this one has it. Then there's the usual, the regular gold and the silver. Okay, so let's see what happens if we use this. Okay. Now we cut some bookmarks earlier, so let's try that. Let's try these on too. Okay, so these are bookmarks that we cut earlier. I have a corner rounder, so we rounded the corners. Okay, let's see if this works for our purposes. Once again, be very careful of the flame. Okay, let's put it there. Now we practice again, right? So let's see, this one has the glitter. Let's see if it works. So we'll clean this blade. Be careful with the fire. You kind of develop an instinct to take care of the fire. You make sure that you're aware that you're working with a candle. Okay. So let's see, not have enough. Okay, so let's try this. Let's try this. Okay. Let's do this again, just so we can look at it. So I guess this is yellow, and then this is green. Okay, now I think the glitter is there. It's on the petals. Let's see if it's on the petals. Okay. Now let's take this away. Yeah, the glitter's there. So Let's set this aside. Let's work on one. Now let's bring back the candle. And let's try, what do you want to do? Let's see. We're sticking to the basic flower, okay? The flowers. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, and then that, and that. Okay. So we'll have our stem here. Let's use brown. Okay. Let's use this. Oops. Doing that again. This is the better side than this. Metallic green. So I guess Crayola just, they repeat the colors, they just put them into sets like a color scheme. Because I've seen metallic green in the metallic box. See? Okay, now let's do another. Let's use another blade. Let's use this. Clean it first, just to be sure. We're gonna put in a leaf here and a leaf there. Okay, so 2 leaves. So depending on the shape of the tip, you can. Okay, dokes, that looks good. There's your flower bookmark. Now, if you're worried about this smudging on your notebooks, for example, then cover it with Mod Podge. Is that what you call that? Mod Podge? Or Mod Podge? Mod Podge. Yeah, and there's the glitter, if you can notice. Oh, actually, where did I put that thing? This is more, the glitter on this thing, on the green, looks like it's a little more coarse. It's good. Okay. Let's do another. Okay, now let's use this for the petals. Okay, the wider one. Let's use just a regular red and a regular yellow. Maybe not. Let's use yellow and pink. Okay, so now you plan this again, right? So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's gonna be your stem. And then you're gonna have one here and one here. Okay, so now let's use this. Let's do a sixth petal. Okay, there's your flower. Now we're gonna use let's use this blue with the regular green. As soon as we find it. That's good. Okay, now see that where we wanted to place the petal, it's a little too close to the flower now. So we're gonna have to like remedy that. Hopefully. Yeah, that's good enough, right? Okay, so we've done 2 bookmarks. And they're both nice. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Valzubiri, and I'd like to tell you about the valzubiriagenda. So my idea was to self-publishing. Self-publishing is now accepted. It's been a decade, okay? And what you can do is self-publish your works, and I have an example, and self-publish your something about yourself, which is the best thing I can recommend is write your memoirs and your biographies. So right now I have four memoirs. Okay, all different stories and whatever. So these are all mine, and I'm okay now. Just wanna show you how you can one up the competition, right? So I was telling myself I can write one memoir, but somebody can do that too, So before I came out and start promoting anything, I wrote four memoirs, and now I have four. I can write more. Okay, now here's how to one up your competition. This guy has 273 works, right, Richard? So it's kind of like, hey, you know what? It's gonna be a thick book, and it's gonna be $59.95. So I said, I decided to shuffle his works. So all this is his works, and I reshuffled them and split them in two. So now he's got volume 1 and volume 2 of the same pages, only they're reshuffled, and now he can sell each book for $37.95. So that's something you can do. Come up with 3 books because you can, instead of just one. If I were a really mean publisher, I'd say, hey, you know what? I can only give you one book. But now he's got 3, and he's 72 years old now. We did this when he was 70 years old, 2 years ago, and he still cannot believe that he's got 3 books on Amazon. Okay, now I have 4 titles on Amazon. Okay, now because my art is kind of slower, I make dolls from porcelain, and I make them from scratch, and then I put clothes on them and whatever. I'd like to make a proposal to investors that I'd like to include a diorama to make my works like dioramas with the dolls, and then I'd be able to incorporate precious metals and gemstones into the work, and that's how I would like to justify my prices. Okay, now here's something else. Once you've written one, you'd want to write more. Okay, once you have this guy, for example, I designed this book, Jerry Miller. Okay, so he wrote this 2 years ago in 2014. Yeah, 3 years ago, and then he wrote a second one, and now he's 72 years old with his twin brother, and so basically what I'm saying is, once you start writing one, you'll get to write another one, because it's fun, and it'll help your art if it's a memoir. And so I'm gonna be releasing 2 books in January about this valzubiriagenda, and to give you things, give you some pointers on how to write, how to emotionally deal with your writing, and how to be a little more technical when it comes to publishing books. I don't want to show you Jerry's face, okay? But Jerry came out with, he told me he had a book, and I said, okay, I'll help you when you're done writing. He didn't, he didn't call me like until he got this put in to online, createspace.com. Look at that. It's got a lot of empty spaces here. A lot of line and a half, and a lot of space here. It's not good, right? Look at the cover. The back cover is doesn't even have the spine, and then he's got this design on his cover. Okay, I don't want to show his face too close. So I helped him. Okay, So now this looks better. See, now you need to do all these technical things. Be aware of these things, and I'll teach you. So basically, you're not even like a writer, and I'll teach you how to write, and I'll teach you how to become your own publisher. There is something else. Okay. I'm gonna show you and explain to you what goes on with publishing books. Look at that. So that's page 59. Let's go look at page 59 over here. Okay, see that? It's something to do with the embedding of fonts. Okay. See. So these things you need to know, and I'll teach you, and it's really simple. Some people make it think it's a mystery to publish. It's not, Okay, so there's something else too. With the valzubiriagenda, I am suggesting for people to double their price, and make an announcement of their scarcity. So for every price point, you're gonna make an announcement of how many art pieces you're gonna do at those price points, right? Now here's 100,000 to start, because art is unregulated, you can keep doubling the price. And so if the artist says that the current price that he's asking for is, or she is asking for, is $1,600,000, then everyone's price would be at that point, right? So everyone's potential revenue would be the difference between the current street value and the cost of acquisition. So let me show you that here. Okay, so this is the price, and the green would be the potential revenue. If this is the cost of acquisition, then this is the potential revenue. If this is the street market value right now. Okay, so now look at this. If the person succeeds, see that? That's the cost of acquisition, and then this is the the potential revenue, which you can report in your financial statements. That you have you bought something here, and now it's reached here. So there's a potential revenue, and that can be part of your report in your financial report. Okay, so now let's say you're a homeless person, right? And you're a street artist, and you're charging people at $5. So see that it can reach 2,560 in 10 steps. See, so you can say, hey, I'm gonna make 100 pieces at $5, and then $10, 100 pieces, and then another 100. So and then after this, you can say, hey, I'm gonna retire. Okay, so this is per piece. See, so there's money to be made only if it trends and people start accepting this. Okay, now look at this number. That starts at 100, and in 10 iterations, it reaches $51,200,000 per piece. Okay, now here's something else. If you get your pen and paper and try to do 1,600 pieces all the way to here, right? So this would be on here, it'll be like 1,440 pieces at this thing. Now the 1,141st will be this street market value, right? This asking price. So if you look at that and you go like this, and you do like 1,600, so 1,440 up to here, and then this is the price that you're calculating on, you'll get just a little over $60 billion from that one single artist. And guess who got in trouble for not coming up with $60 billion? Bernie Madoff. Okay, so what I'm saying is, if only Bernie Madoff contracted with an individual who's still unknown, who starts at this price, he'll reach like $80 billion less the cost of acquisition here. So he'll have a net of like about $64 billion, something like that. Get your pen and paper, and you'll know that I'm right. So what I'm saying is, if you're in trouble and you need money, and you can get it through art, and if you get something here, all you need to do is to wait for the next iteration of the price, and you can tell your people that the investment just doubled. And then you can resell the art for maybe if it's 25 asking price, then you can say approach your friend and say I'm gonna sell you my art for $20 billion. It's at $20 million. So you give a discount, right? And that's what happens. Okay, now you don't only give discounts, you also give commissions. If somebody knows a bank that needs a lot of money, and that bank can purchase like 200 works from an artist, then that artist should give that person a commission if he can connect him or her to this bank. See, so you give away commissions. Now here's the thing. There are corporations that need money right now. There are national agencies that need money right now. And there are countries that need money right now. There are local agencies, government agencies who can't even pay the pension of their retired former employees. So they need money, and they need money creatively. And the way to do that is art, and make sure that you give commissions to those people who deserve a commission and deserve, if you have $20 million, you give away $4 million. That can set somebody for life. Okay, so I guess that's it. So I'll see you soon, and thank you for listening. And follow me, because every once in a while I'll go live and then explain this more to you.